this video, I will show you, yes you my beloved viewers, $200,000, $100,000, $50,000 grant opportunities for you to start up your small business with applications that you can complete in less than 30 minutes. As long as you watch my videos until the end, click the subscribe button and click the bell notification to stay on top of every grant and money-making opportunity that I encounter. First off, sales of our Grants for Everyone Secrets ebook, where I teach you how to find grant opportunities such as the ones that I have listed on our spreadsheet, where I include links to information resources and application portals to grants for everyone. The tactics that I use to fill this spreadsheet out with all of these grant opportunities, many of you have been able to win. These are just some of the people who have gotten paid grants after watching our videos. $40,000, $10,000, $15,000 in rental assistance, tens, millions of dollars in grants and other sources of financing for your small business by watching our channel since the onset of the pandemic. The small business resources tab, the free education tab, which is probably the most powerful tab on the spreadsheet, which will guide you to be anything you want to be. I reveal all of the tactics that I use to find these resources on our Grants for Everyone Secrets ebook. If you're struggling to win grant money, I have good news. The truth is, you don't need to be an accomplished grant writer to find grants for which you qualify. Get step-by-step instructions to seek out government and private grants, the secret strategy that helps you discover hidden grant money opportunities every time, the one arrangement that will allow you to qualify for the widest variety of grants available. This is a lady, Junice Koger, who reported having won a grant of $120,000 after watching our videos. And the cost of this ebook is less than a cheese pizza in New York City. Best pizza on the planet. Facts, 17 bones. You can bump it with a $19 purchase of the audiobook if you don't want to read, or if you want to read and listen to it at the same time. I listen to audiobooks all the time while I'm working out. Regardless of what, I still give you the spreadsheet that you can access free of charge. I don't charge you a dime by subscribing to our newsletter at bit.ly/NeilRod. Simply enter your email address and your first name, and the welcome email will equip you with a link to our spreadsheet that has all the resources that I will be covering for you today. But again, if you want to be able to be equipped with the tactics that I have employed to find grant opportunities that are best suited for someone who is filling your occupation or operating the type of business that you run, or the location in which you live and operate, then pick up the ebook. It's only 17 bones. I thank you so much to everyone who's picked it up thus far. It's been a success, and I thank you. I know that you are empowered and you are able to find all of these opportunities that are more specific to you, and thus you stand a greater chance of winning. In other words, they award a bigger proportion of the people that apply because they're better eligible. Because if you find something that a program administrator wants to award in New York City or in California, and you live in one of these areas, then you have less competition. Whereas these nationwide programs, they typically only award less than 10% of the people that apply, whereas you got bigger proportions elsewhere. And I'm going to talk about an opportunity that I further delve into in the ebook right now. So just watch this video until the end. First off, let me just share this with you real quick. This is one of the tactics that I discuss. I tell you, jump on the phone. Your phone is your friendly. This is a GEM, the Council for Community and Economic Research. This is a database, and you can find grant administrators in all 50 states, all kinds of incentive programs. So I included this on our spreadsheet on the Small Business Resources tab. Just go ahead and hit the bottom right here. If I'm not mistaken, is this it? No, this is for something else. It may have, well, if not, we'll just go ahead and add it again if I didn't add it. Right there, bang. And I'll clean it up afterward. You just got to get started with this stuff. Bang, right here. State Business Incentives Database, C2ER. The council, yada, yada, yada. You can read the rest once you review it. Here it goes. The Freed Fellowship. Apply today for a $2,500 small business grant, plus get feedback on your business and a 2-month free membership in our community of ambitious business owners. Just leave your name and email address. Here's the drop on it. First off, though, they may award you a grant of $500, and you get the chance to win a grant of up to $2,500. You can read more about it. I won't get too deep into it because we've got a lot to cover. I've included a link to it on the grants tab of the spreadsheet. Again, just subscribe. You get it free of charge. And to be better equipped with the tactics to put together your very own spreadsheet with opportunities that are best suited for someone like you, pick up the ebook. Anyway, Lenovo, they don't have their opportunity open right now, which is titled the Evolve Small Cash Grant. Nonetheless, by clicking the button labeled Keep Me Updated, just enter in your email address, first name, last name, business name, job, title, submit, and you'll get the drop on that particular opportunity. This is a good page to visit right here. This is from the National Association for Latino Community Asset Builders. They have all kinds of opportunities here for you to explore, which we'll cover right now. Okay, so this is the Start Small, Think Big application. I got the information for this right here. Start Small, Think Big right here. Is a nonprofit that helps small businesses with high potential and limited access to the resources needed to create thriving businesses. They partner with small business owners, providing personalized business support and building connections with local communities. If you're interested in being considered as a client for free service. So they provide free services, which is just as good as a grant, because if they can provide you services that will teach you how to make more money, and that's the key reason why you start a business, not to qualify for these grants so you can generate revenue and thus better qualify for the grants, because now that you're showing revenue, that's why I qualified for all of this assistance during the pandemic. I was already showing revenue. I showed my taxes where I generated over 100 grand. They gave me a $20,000 grant. A number of you got the $20,000 grant. I helped fund over $3 million in Paycheck Protection Program loans that I can directly account through the commissions that I made like $34,000 in a week. That's why I dropped that video the other day where I show you how to set up your own YouTube channel, start to build your very own community, and get a movement behind your entire business to generate as much money as you require to serve the people that you love and everyone that the true and living God has assigned to you. Veterans, visit the Business Outreach Center through the SBA. They'll go ahead and help you set up your business and do all this other stuff right here. Again, all this stuff is just as good as a grant. Now, this is a grant opportunity of a non-documented amount because they didn't say how much. But here's what I wanted to discuss, and I delve deeper into it in the ebook. This grant opportunity is for nonprofits. But Neil, I do not operate a nonprofit. I run a for-profit business. Hold that, Subway, smack the conductor or something. Listen, this is the strategy that I further delve into in our ebook. Take a look at the eligibility criteria real quick. The NASDAQ Foundation will accept grant requests from organizations designated as tax exempt according to 501c3 of the Internal Revenue Service Code. A for-profit business or consultant acting on behalf of a qualified tax-exempt entity. Please note that if the grant is awarded, a representative of the tax-exempt entity must sign the grant agreement. So what does that mean? If you find a nonprofit that does not perform the services that a nonprofit will communicate as performing if they win this grant, then you can just set up an arrangement. Of course, do everything in writing, contact a lawyer if necessary. None of this is financial or legal advice. I know a number of people who run nonprofits, and if you do not know anybody who runs a nonprofit, go seek them out. You can go to meetup.com and meet these people. Find them on LinkedIn. If they operate a nonprofit that your small business can support through your services, they apply on your behalf. They'll be applying using their name and their 501c3 tax exempt status, and then they'll use the money to pay you to perform the services. I delve deeper into this in the ebook so you can set up formal structures or just talk to people, and you can set up as best as possible, make it work however you need to work. Just like David, he couldn't use Saul's armor, so he did it his way. TechSpark, Community Engagement Fellowship Grant Extended Application. This is through Microsoft. Again, you can set up an arrangement with a nonprofit and qualify for these opportunities. And listen, nonprofits, they're the ones that have the most opportunities to apply for grants if that's what you've chosen to do to raise capital for your organization. Common Future. Organizations chosen to participate in the Common Future Accelerator receive $50,000 in unrestricted grants, curated curriculums, peer-to-peer communities, and again, they typically target these nonprofit. We want to support BIPOC, women, and non-binary led organizations that have designed and tested solutions in their own communities and are now ready for sustainable growth and scale. I do not want you to fear any of this when you see that these organizations are targeting businesses that have big plans. You have to have big plans. Fear nothing, as a True and Living wrote in his Bible, because I've got this. He told the Israelites, just show up and I'll win that war for you. You do the possible, he will do the impossible. Again, I have listed them on our spreadsheet. You can access bit.ly/NeilRod. And if you want to know how to set up your own spreadsheet with programs that grant administrators better target someone who operates a business like yours, go ahead and pick up that ebook. Again, you can find it at bit.ly/RodSQ, a link to go ahead and make that purchase before this Saturday, November 4th at 12 a.m. It shuts down, no questions asked. Go ahead and pick it up. Less than a cheese pizza, and it'll do a lot for you. A lot more for you than a cheese pizza. Won't give you a beer gut with the beer that you're going to wash it down with. Right here. This is the eligibility criteria. Again, they want 501c3 status. So you want to understand how you have to set up these arrangements to better qualify for these programs. If you are serious about raising capital through grant programs, listen, all you, Bank of America, Cornell University. Now, this is an opportunity for you to enroll in a 3-month educational program to learn how to better operate, how to market your small business. This is in Spanish and this is in English on the free education tab, the most powerful tab on the spreadsheet. And we have some opportunities from the Chamber of Commerce. Again, these are the opportunities where I say that grant administrators better suit for someone in your situation and someone who lives in your region. City of San Antonio. Now, look, you've got a grant deadline or an application deadline of Tuesday, October 31st, 2023 at 3 p.m. This video goes up on the 30th at 9 a.m. So you have more than 24 hours to apply for this thing if you caught this video as soon as I dropped it. If not, click the subscribe button and click the bell notification to stay on top of every opportunity that I encounter as soon as I face them. The City of San Antonio Facade Improvement Grant Program offers grants to support aesthetic and functional upgrades for active small business spaces and associated building exteriors. Now, I just dropped these local opportunities right here on the locals tab. I did not get too intensive in terms of tagging them up. Just go through them, and again, pick up the ebook if you want to learn how to find these opportunities best suited for you. And if I drop a live, go ahead and subscribe to the newsletter, because I drop lives where I went through some of these tactics and I found programs best suited for people in the situations that these people that attended the grant were experiencing. Grant Accountability and Transparency Act. This is a grant program through the state of Illinois. Right here, the Capital Grants Information. In FY20, Governor Pritzker passed a historic bipartisan $45 billion Rebuild Illinois Capital Funding Initiative to address critical infrastructure needs in Illinois. Now, for a number of these, again, do not fear anything, nothing whatsoever, because the true and living God, your maker, all of our Father, has your back. Understand, you are made in his image, and any voices in your head that are telling you that you cannot put together these plans, they typically just want the idea. Like that $2 million that the federal government is offering just for an idea. If your idea is good enough, you get selected, then you structure everything out, right? MN, Employment and Economic Development, standing for Minnesota Emerging Entrepreneur Loan Program. Right here, contact the lender. You got a directory to it right here on the locals tab. San Francisco, Your business must be registered in San Francisco, can be new or existing, can be a non-profit, must be current with the registry of charitable trusts. So you can operate a non-profit, but it could be a for-profit business, must be a place of public accommodation, open to the public. So you got to have a brick and mortar location, must have less than 2.5 million in gross revenue for a single location. And again, nothing that I say is set in stone. Even what you see documented as eligibility criteria. You call the people that run these offices, and again, when I'm showing you these .gov addresses, the employees, they are paid through tax dollars. So their job is to help you. Go ahead and give them a call. Same thing with the federal government. They help you out. They'll teach you how to navigate their platforms, databases if you need more information. SBIR and STTR programs. I've told you about this a number of times. You have this on the Small Business Resources tab. Texas Enterprise Fund. The Texas Enterprise Fund awards deal closing grants to companies considering a new project for which one Texas site is competing with other out-of-state sites. I spoke to a number of you during our webinar. A lot of people are interested in doing wholesale real estate. A person I mentored got out of jail. I had spoke to him previously. His back was up against the wall, and he cleared $300,000, zero, with about 12 felonies on his jacket. 0 to 300,000 clearing in 2022. Type of incentive: deal closing cash grants are calculated according to a uniform analytical model for each applicant. The single Texas site being considered for the project must be in active competition with at least one out-of-state site, and the company must not have made a location decision. Now, wholesalers, they are looking for deals across the country, so you will always be in competition with people out of state. So if you have an idea to put together local business in a shopping center. I met the other day a developer. This is a regular 9-to-5 or former 9-to-5 dude, albeit he's an engineer. He's got some brains, right? And he raised about, what was it, $3 million to build the gym in which my kids, they train out here in North Carolina. And he's collecting like 9% on his money every single year. I think he's got some revenue sharing deal. He put this stuff together. These are not multi-millionaires. These are people that are just putting these ideas together, and they're putting together investors. There are always investors that are hungry for these deals. If you can produce a return, you look for anything 7-8%. If you can make 7-8%, give me a call. Let me know. Shout me out. And I know investors that close deals across the country. They're looking into multi-unit deals. I spoke to people on the webinar, and they told me, listen, if you got a deal, shout me out. I know these investors. Anyway, located in MDBA. This is the United States Government Minority Business Development Agency. Give them a call. Your phone is your friend. They have links, and you can find this on the Small Business Resources tab. Links to all of these organizations that help organizations just like yours in your area. Look, this is where you're going to find your gems. Organizations just like these. Give them a call. Give them a call. About the Found Her program. Hawaii Found Her, right here. Okay, cohort 3, applications open. You've got a little more than a day if you saw this video when I dropped it. Again, there is the website where you subscribe to our newsletter at bit.ly/NeilRod, and I'll just drop it again. The Grants for Everyone Secrets ebook. Sales to this ebook stop on November 4th, 2023. That's this Saturday. Hop on it. You will not be disappointed. The Employability Business Grant. This is for Cali right here. Employability, who can apply? How much are the grants? Grants range from $20,000 to $200,000. I should have opened with that number instead. Southern California Job Creators Grant, $100,000 to be awarded. Well, this is, I think, an aggregate, so that's what they'll be awarding in total. You've got until November 13th if you are in Southern California. We are currently offering $1.5 million for immigrant entrepreneurs in Cali. Through the SEED initiative, we are offering funding to California residents. Non-U.S. citizens or lawful residents, green card holders, are eligible. Types of grants: developing business owner grants of $5,000, mature business owner grants of $10,000. Well, the deadline actually lapsed for this one, but you may want to stay on top of it because they have several rounds typically for most of these programs every single year. So just take a look. Look, 714 grants they've awarded. I don't know since what time. And of course, I'm going to share all kinds of secrets on our ebook so we can find opportunities that you have a best chance of winning. An adult pitch competition. Remember, look for pitch competitions as well in your area in Wayne County. Right here, you can find information on that. This is also listed on the locals tab. ESD is providing grants of up to $25,000 to help companies start exporting or increasing their global exports. I did this for some time. New York Startup 2023 Business Plan Competition right here. Look, business plan competition. Is this still open? It looks like these are recipients. I listed it anyway, just sort through it. I mean, I'm a one-man operation, which is why I'm dropping these premium offerings so we can put together a machine behind this entire media platform to deliver as much free information as possible for you to first be whatever you want to be and put yourself on a sustainable, viable path to operate a small business that's everything you require for your loved ones and the people for whom you are responsible, the ones that the true and living God has assigned to you. Verizon Digital Ready, I've told you about this several times. You gotta take a couple of courses, takes you less than 30 minutes to complete. If you need answers to this, I mean, just watch our library, City of Buffalo, upstate New York, right here. I have included that again on the locals tab. And the Stacy Rise Project, awarding $1 million in funding. This is on the grants tab right here. Nationwide for women entrepreneurs. Galaxy Grants, again, on the grants tab. Typically, you'll find nationwide opportunities right here on the grants tab. And again, subscribe to our newsletter at bit.ly/NeilRod. Pick up the ebook before the sales deadline lapses this Saturday. bit.ly/RodSQ.